Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. There's something that I need to test real fast. It's gonna appear sort of wasteful. And I know these missiles have to come down somewhere eventually. Here we go. That's a missile. That's a missile. That's a missile. You know, maybe that was in Metroid Prime, where you could fire the missiles faster if you switch back to your beam between shots. It would make sense if they removed that. That wasn't the best kind of mechanic, you know?
Oh.
Can I jump off? Ah! Why would they let me jump off of that? What happens if I... Yeah, I don't wanna know what happens if I fall down there.
Yet, I can't believe you did a little skippy hop. Just be like, can I? Can I perhaps? No, motherfucker.
Don't ask dumb questions.
Do not. Like... Oh, my heart.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, man. I watched...
Hold on, I gotta go back up the elevator. I just noticed... No, because then I'll have to go back down the elevator. Maybe I'll just catch it on my way out. I think I saw a little glowing something behind one of the nicely geometric rocks.
I rewatched Luca.
Yeah.
And my favorite character is still my favorite character.
Who's your favorite character?
The uncle. The creepy uncle.
Oh,
he's fantastic.
The one who talks about it, who talks for 12 hours.
About whale carcass.
Ugh. Delicious. That one?
Yes, that one. He's so crazy.
Gross.
It's awesome. Look, my grandmother had an encyclopedia and I always, would look through it at random when I was bored, because this was before I had easy internet access. So I would look through them when I was bored and just flip through pictures, and my favorite volume was F because it had all the fish and it had a lot of spooky fish, really creepy fish. I remember asking my dad if they were real, if anglerfish were real, and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, where are they? He's like, know where you're going. I'm like, but they do exist. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, but how would we know? It's because some crazy people, he did not say this with such attitude. My dad does not have much in the way of shade to throw.
I love Torvis Bog. It's one of my favorite areas in the Metroid Prime trilogy. It's right up there with Phendrana.
Really?
Yeah.
You do love rain. We've talked about this.
Yeah, and it really gives all of the cool visual effects a chance to shine. Here's a good one, right? So, no water droplets, right? Now there are water droplets. You know why?
Because you're walking through and it's hitting your face.
Yeah, you're walking into them. And also, there are no water drops if you're walking backwards. And that is such good attention to detail. And it's of course, it works that way. But you'd be surprised how often you can play a game and then, I don't know, rain, because it's just on a separate graphical layer, it shows up through an awning, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it is not necessarily a guarantee. It is not as obvious in programming that the rain will hit your visor when you're moving forward, but will not hit your visor when you're moving backwards.
Well, I can appreciate it.
When you just look up.
Yeah,
works
plus
there as well.
This is, the first biome we've been in that I've felt a little bit more comfortable. It reminds me of more green things.
No closeness, please. Thank you.
They're like, but we just want to blow up in your face. You're like, no, thanks.
I have been replaying my favorite Advance Wars.
Oh, so we are going to talk about
you thought that you could distract me with rain. You were mistaken. Mistaken? Maybe.
I was hoping. I found out a neat thing about bogs, though.
No! Advance Wars now, bogs later. The bog is it'll be here when I'm done.
Did you know that there are shrimp?
I hate shrimp. They are water bugs. Advance Wars time now.
Okay. Freshwater shrimp, though. They exist.
I have been playing Days of Ruin, which is my favorite Advance Wars. Shut up. It's a good game.
Okay.
I don't think it's very popular because a lot of people were like, Advance Wars is kind of tired, and Dual Strike is sort of like we'd already played that game basically. And then they tried to do something new and fresh and interesting with Days of Ruin, and then people generally were like, well, we wanted something different, but not this.
Different, but not actually.
But different in another way, I guess. I like. First and foremost, I think that the story is interesting, and I think it corrects a long-standing problem with Advance Wars, which is that Advance Wars makes war look really cute.
Yeah.
Which is inappropriate.
Yeah.
I've increasingly had problems with games that make fighting stuff look cute.
Yeah.
Approachable or like glossy or like macho is one thing, but cute is a little
that's
especially
far.
Gross. Yeah. Oh.
Wow! Look at all these little guys.
Sorry, I didn't realize those were passive. I thought they were gonna come fight me.
No, guess not. Although, watch them come around and fight you.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's just contact damage.
I like these underwater places because they're so not a big deal in Metroid.
Yeah. Well, it is slowing me down and reducing my jump height, but the fact that I already have space jump, like I've got my double jump boots, makes it already it's fine, and it, small spoiler, it gets better later.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
So Advance Wars, right? Days of Ruin, sometimes I think that they might have pushed a little too far. They might have gone too far with some of what they included. Specifically, it struck me playing it again most recently how there's a part where they explicitly say that an enemy commander escapes capture by hiding in a pile of corpses. And that is, like, whenever I read that, I'm like, yeah, that checks out. But then I think about it, and I'm like, what is this game rated? Is this game rated at least T for teen? Because if it's T for T... no, I think it is.
Okay.
I'd have to go double check. Actually, hold on.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Yeah, E for everyone?
I just checked my copy, and I think it might have been the... I don't even know if it's still used anymore, but E10 and up.
Oh.
They made like a clarification after a certain point where it was like I don't really think about the ESRB anymore. Like I don't even know if they are still doing shit just because like does Steam care about the ESRB?
I don't know.
And that's where I get a lot of my games now. Anyway,
well, that's where a lot of people get plenty of games, I would think. Anyway, go on.
The point is, I can't believe that got either.
You have to be at least 10 to hear about piles of corpses.
Yeah, that's
dumb.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't like that. But let me scan you, though. So, the point is, mechanically, it's fantastic. I like some of the changes that they made. Although, I think it might also be the game where some super genius... I think it's the one where battleships can move and fire in the same turn. I haven't gotten to the Navy yet, so I might be misremembering that. But it's like... They slightly increase the cost of infantry, which has a big knock-on effect for like the late game, or the end of every map. You don't have a situation where somebody's just pumping out tons of cheap infantry to clog everything up and slow everything down. I really like the Duster. I like a lot of the units that they added. Oh, like the little what are they called? I think they might just be called gunboats. The gunboats are fantastic. I could talk about this for the next 3 years, so I guess we better just stop instead. That's how it works, right? If you can't say everything you want to say, you just don't say any of it.